Friendly Neighborhood Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over a nice little cheese build that will get the job done in killing the Elden Beast. Now, when I say cheese, I mean more of a strategy. This build is really easy to do, and it is very effective against Radagon and the Elden Beast. But of course, before we get into that, let's shout out to some of the new subscribers to the channel. So thank you, Lee Lunsford, Raven Sigrun, DeAndre, Jasper Jax, Casey Miller, and New Light Warrior. Thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Now with that said, let's get right into the video. So here's what we're going to be using for this build. Pretty simple, and I'm sure you have most of these things already. The Dragon Communication Sill, Weapon of Choice, the Okina Mask, and then along with the Okina Mask, we are going to be using the Beast Champion Armor set. And then the talismans we're going to be using is the Faithful Canvas Talisman, and then also, which is one I forgot to equip, we are going to be using this one right here, the Ritual Sword Talisman, along with the Phlox Canvas Talisman and the Haligdrake Talisman +2. And then along with that, we're going to make sure we have at least 4 Cerulean Tear Flasks, and then for the Wondrous Physic, we're going to have the Holy Shrouding Crack Tear and the Faith Knot Crystal Tear. Now that we have all that, I'm going to show you where some of these talismans are located, just in case you don't have them. The Haligdrake Talisman, very easy to get. We are going to be going to the Mogwen Palace area, and it's going to be in this exact spot right here on a tombstone, very easy to get. Now for the Phlox Canvas Talisman, you're going to have to complete a little bit of Millicent's questline in order to get this one. So what you need to do is you need to go down to Gowry's Shack. He'll command you to get a needle, and then once you get the needle, killing Commander Niall at that site of grace, you go back to Gowry's Shack, give him the needle, he will repair it, and then what you want to do is sleep, go back and grab the needle from him, give it to Millicent after you've grabbed the needle. Once she's sitting in the corner and grabs the needle and pokes herself, then you kill her, go back to Gowry's Shack, and kill him as well. And for the next talisman, which is the Faithful's Canvas Talisman, this one is pretty easy to get as well. All you have to do is go to this spot on the map right here, and is going to be in the Crystal Tunnel right here towards the end of the tunnel. And then for the last one, which is going to be the Ritual Sword Talisman, this one is going to be really easy to get as well. All you have to do is go to this spot on the map right here and take it from the boss that you will kill there, which he is not that hard. Now this next part is going to be the buff sequence before you go into the boss. I love this part because with the whole build, it is a nice tax write-off. But once you're up here, you're going to use the Golden Vow. Once you have used the Golden Vow, you're going to use Flame Grant Me Strength, and then from there, you're going to use your Flask of Wondrous Physic. And along with this as well, you can use Godfrey's Great Rune to boost all your attributes. And the one thing I forgot to mention is the Dragon's Maw, which is a critical part of this build and the main part of it, which can be bought at the Church of Dragon Communication in Limgrave. But once you have all that and you're buffed and ready to go, we're going to summon our Mimic here, and then just be careful of the first few attacks. Once he is aggroed onto your Mimic, that's when you can start using the Dragon's Maw. And as you can see, it does a really nice amount of damage to him, and it is pretty easy to use. So all you're going to do is just hit him with that when you can. The only problem with it though is he can attack you while you're in the middle of the sequence. So just be careful when timing your attacks. Just make sure you time it when he's aggroed on to your Mimic, and just keep doing that until Radagon is dead. It does a really good amount of damage even if you are a mid-level player, 150 to 200, this will still do a nice amount of damage to him. Now I also do want to say this isn't the best build out there to destroying Radagon and the Elden Beast, but it is a really effective and easy build to do against him. This also works against Millennia as well. So just keep moving around as much as you can and roll as much as you can until you can get those nice little shots in on Radagon, dealing a nice amount of damage to his health. And of course, I'm sure you already know, but let the Mimic take as much damage as you can. And then once you go in for the Dragon Maw attack, just be worried that he is going to gear an attack towards you. So once you have taken down Radagon, what you're going to do then is try and get your buffs in before you go into the Elden Beast fight. Once you're in the Elden Beast fight, we're going to be using the same strategy. Just get close to him, preferably on his sides, and use the Dragon Maw attack. Hopefully your Mimic has at least a quarter of his life left when going into the Elden Beast fight. Best case scenario, hopefully he has half of his health. But when we're in here, we're just going to be using the same strategy. Try and run to his side and use the attack so he can't hit you with many of his frontal attacks. And then when he's up in the air, just run around until he lands on the ground again. And then from here, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just run around until he lands on the ground again, and then that's when you can start spamming these attacks again. And then, like I said earlier, staying close to his sides is going to be your best option. Some of his attacks can still hit you. However, that Dragon's Maw can stun him. So make sure you spam that as much as you can when you're to the side of him and he is attacking your Mimic. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, guys, we will catch you next time. Hit the damn subscribe button already.